You know, when we think about rich celebrities, our minds usually jump straight to massive movie salaries or sold-out stadium tours, right? But what if I told you the real money, the kind of wealth that makes you a billionaire, often comes from somewhere else entirely? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how the world's richest stars really built their incredible empires.
So, let me ask you, who do you think it is? Go ahead, take a guess. Is it a massive movie star? A global pop icon? The answer is probably going to surprise you, because the path to the top of this list, it's not at all what you'd expect.
All right, first, let's start with the faces we all know. The global superstars who are famous for, well, for being incredibly famous. These are the actors who can guarantee a blockbuster opening weekend just by having their name on the poster.
And here they are. You've got the titans of Hollywood and Bollywood. Dwayne Johnson, Tom Cruise, Shah Rukh Khan. These are household names. Their fortunes seem, on the surface, to be built on their incredible success on the big screen. They command these huge paychecks for their roles, and for a long time, that was pretty much the peak of celebrity earnings.
But here's the twist. A $20 million salary per movie? That's fantastic, obviously, but that's not the thing that launches these stars into the stratosphere of the ultra-wealthy. Really, it's just the seed money for something much, much bigger.
And this brings us to the most important move that the smartest celebrities make. This is the pivot. They stop being just the talent for hire, and they start becoming the owners. They go from being a face on a product to owning the entire company.
A perfect example of this is George Clooney. I mean, we all know him. Incredibly charming, super successful actor, a true Hollywood icon. For decades, his money came from starring in and directing films. But his single biggest payday? It had absolutely nothing to do with a movie script.
This number, this says it all. $1 billion. That is how much George Clooney and his partners sold their tequila brand, Casamigos, for. Think about that. One business deal was worth more than a lifetime of blockbuster movies. That's the power of ownership.
And Clooney is definitely not alone here. Look at Rihanna. Her Fenty beauty brand completely changed the cosmetics industry. Kim Kardashian's Skims is a multi-billion-dollar empire built on shapewear. And Jay-Z? He became hip-hop's first billionaire through really smart investments in things like luxury champagne and cognac. They all used their fame to build an audience, and then they sold their own products directly to them.
You know, even for the biggest pop star on the entire planet, the same rule applies. The Eras Tour is a massive cultural and financial event. It netted Taylor Swift an estimated $190 million after tax. And that's just from the first leg. But look at her total net worth. It's almost 10 times that amount, and a huge reason for that is because she owns her music catalog. That gives her control and a massive ongoing revenue stream from her own creative work.
Okay, so let's go a level deeper. Because if owning a brand is powerful, owning the entire story, the intellectual property, the IP itself, that is how you build a dynasty that lasts for generations.
The two wealthiest people in entertainment aren't actors at all. They're the directors who created and own their stories. George Lucas built an entire universe with Star Wars and then sold it to Disney for over $4 billion. Steven Spielberg, on the other hand, negotiated a deal that gives him a percentage of theme park ticket sales from his movies forever. Can you imagine? That's the ultimate passive income stream.
Tyler Perry did something pretty similar. Instead of working for the big studios, he just built his own. He owns his Atlanta studio outright, and this is the crucial part. He owns the rights to all his work, including the entire Medea franchise. That level of control is what made him a billionaire.
But the person at the very, very top of the list of wealthiest actresses is someone that a lot of people today might not even recognize. It's not Meryl Streep. It's not Julia Roberts. It's not Scarlett Johansson. It's a real curveball.
Jemmie Gertz. With a net worth of around $8 billion, she is the wealthiest actress alive. So how? Well, while she had a successful acting career in the 80s and 90s, her immense fortune really comes from her marriage to billionaire investor Tony Ressler and their incredibly savvy investments, including co-owning the NBA's Atlanta Hawks. It's a powerful reminder that massive wealth can also come from really smart financial decisions completely outside the entertainment world.
This quote just sums it all up perfectly. The modern celebrity mogul gets it. They understand that fame isn't the end goal, it's the launch pad. It's the primary asset they use to build businesses, to invest, and to create real, lasting equity for themselves.
So, when you put all of these stories together, a really clear pattern emerges. There is a modern blueprint for turning stardom into a multi-billion-dollar fortune. and you can bet the smartest players in the game are using it.
This is it. This is the billionaire playbook. It starts with fame, but it moves to ownership fast. You build a brand you own, you control your creative work, and then you diversify that money into other assets that grow all on their own. As we've seen, fame is the currency, but equity is the kingdom.
And that really leaves us with a fascinating question for the future, doesn't it? As these lines between being a celebrity and being an entrepreneur just keep getting blurrier, who do you see following this path next? Which star today is making the moves to go from famous performer to billionaire owner? The game has definitely changed, and you can be sure the next generation of moguls is already out there building.